Bahamas.
As peacekeepers, it is our duty to promote love and unity. Wars exist in every area, on every level, from in-home violence, which I have been subject to, drug wars, which I have been a part of, civil wars and clashes between nations. It is sad to see human beings care not that we are losing our brothers and sisters, our mothers, fathers, and children. We are losing our love, values, and respect for one another, thus causing us to not live in peace. We were created to reach out and touch the lives of those around us in a positive way. That means searching within ourselves and becoming the change that we would want to see in this world. Peace, freedom, and harmony should be within every nation, every religion, every race, every community, and every home. And although this grave infestation of war and violence seems unshakable, we must remember that no matter the country, we all belong to one race, the human race. And in understanding this, peace, love, and freedom can be imminent. Let's teach our children the acts of freedom. For freedom, persons don't fear it for the sake of peace. The time is now to mute violence and showcase unity. For the only good thing about war is its ending. Thank you.
Indonesia.
War, suffering, death. These are the words that haunt more than 30 million children victims of war. They suffer as a result of intolerance and wars around the world. I come from a military family. My father is Indonesian military officer, so I have taught since I was a child that war is destroy everything. The victims of war are suffering. Families are separated or killed. They don't have a safe place to live. They have to escape from death. I want to ask you one question. What are we fighting for and why? Please look at them. Look at the victims of war and the children. They lose their homes. They lose their parents. They lose their dreams. We should live in peace. So let's come together as one in unity. Let's come together to make this world a better place. Because I believe with the heart, sincerity, and hand in hand, we can give hope for them. And with the hope and work together, we can stop the war. So please, stop the war and choose peace. Thank you.
Korea.
Due to the conflict of the Cold War, since 1953, Korea was divided into South and North. When Korea was divided into two parts, a great number of people, including my grandmother, had to be separated from their family members. When they are separated from their family members, they cannot see their parents and children for more than 60 years, only praying to see their relatives again. War does not happen only between soldiers. The outcomes of the war is the agony of civilians and tears of our families and neighbors. So I ask you, let's set an example of unity and love from our school, families, and neighbors. And we should not be afraid to use our voice to stand up for justice. Thank you.
Macau.
In recent years, the world seems to have many tragedies, especially the terrorist attacks. In my heart, I always believe that There are two virtues that we need to continue to reminding ourselves to improve, to develop. That's respect and empathy. If we put ourselves together and work on these two virtues, no war is necessary anymore. We could be proactive rather than reactive. And we will receive the most beautiful thing in the world. That's true and unconditional love. Thank you. 多謝大家。
Peru.
All my life, I have dreamed to have the opportunity to give a message in front of millions of people. A message that can start change. A change that starts with me tonight. Showing language, religion, and ideas cannot limit us when finding peace. There are no excuses. Nothing will ever be worth more than a human life. Nothing will ever be justified that lose. We have the responsibility, I'm trying. We have the liberty to stop. We have the liberty to stop because it's dangerous or fear. But I can promise you, change will matter. It's not only about us anymore. It's about creating a world where people feel secure and respect, no matter where they stand. Peace starts with each of us. It's our decision. No excuses. Choose peace and start change. Thank you.
Philippines.
Good evening, everyone. Tonight, I will tell you a story about our world. One day, I was conducting a storytelling session in Tondo, which is an area in the Philippines where the poorest of the poor live. So I asked the kids to fold their papers into half, and then inside it, I asked them to draw who they want to be when they grow up and where they want to go, like a dream destination. But out of the 10 kids sitting on the floor, only 3 of them knew what they wanted to be when they grow up, and only 2 of them knew where they wanted to go. These kids, they do not need us to win wars for them. They need us to build a world for them that will allow them to grow, to dream, to live. Let's build a world where children do not have to wake up to the sound of bullets and bombs, where women and children do not have to face a battle the moment they take one step out of the door. I stand here tonight, refusing to tell the same story to our next generation. Children do not need to risk their lives in war for us. They need to fight for their dreams, not their lives. So I ask all of you tonight, let's all write a new book about our world and our common humanity. One that would finally give the next generation the happy ending they deserve. Good night.
Puerto Rico.
Dr. Martin Luther King said, "Darkness cannot put out darkness." This is a very beautiful phrase which conveys a very powerful message. The biggest changes in life are not accomplished by acts of violence, but having the willingness to do the things that inspires us and others, things that make us better. I truly believe the only way we can end war is living a life of peace and having tolerance. The Miss Grand International Organization is a vivid example of this philosophy, bringing together 76 girls around the world to inspire the nations of the world. We need to believe that one kind act can become viral and change someone's life. That person can change a community. That community can change a country. And that country change this world. We need to believe that we can actually do it, beginning with ourselves. Thank you.
Thailand.
When we talk about war and violence, of course, everybody don't want to hear that, and nobody need to let it happen. Some people lose their family, some people die, and some people, they have scars in their hearts forever, but no one can see. Because of the war and violence have never made anyone happy, just only can make lose and tears. I strongly believe everyone can stop such fierceness with love and forgiveness to each other. I'm standing here tonight, so please standing with me and tell all of the voice into the world that we don't need war and violence, but we need love and forgiveness, kindness to each other. I hopefully believe all humans in the entire world can live peacefully, and we all can decrease the war and violence. Thank you. ขอบคุณค่ะ
Ukraine.
My country is suffering from war right now, and people die every day. We didn't start this war. We always been a peaceful country with peaceful people. We people who realize what is hopeless and helpless. And we still dream about peaceful sky and our country and all the world. Today I ask everybody what you can do for people who suffering hunger, war and violence. You must realize a little helpless can make a big difference from war. Thank you.
The United States of America.
Sawadika. Speaking at the United Nations, I have met several people who are there, but yet do not share twice as much passion as we all share for this important cause. They are there, yet afraid to stand up for things such as gender equality, a better education, a better way of living for all of our people. But I am not afraid to stand up for this. They are there, but they are afraid. And that is why I believe that we must start at home. Parents must give their children a loving and understanding environment so that when they go out, they are not afraid to stand up for what they truly believe in. They are the future, but they can start now. Famine, racism, hate, when will it all end? Ban Ki-moon once said, "There is no plan B, because we do not have a planet B." And I say, stop the war and violence, finding peace through compassion. Kapunka.